Jason here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video with the Sketer. If you watched my last video with the Sketer, we were out with the Max 8 running the 2200 kV motor, 15 tooth pinion, stock spur. And on 5S, guys, it was a lot of fun. While I was out running the truck, I did think to myself, you know what, this thing can probably handle 6S. Unlike some trucks, when you kind of go above and beyond what they're recommended for, they be kind of, they start to act kind of crazy. They don't respond well. They're almost overpowered, if you can say that, even though I know we don't like saying those words, but it's kind of the truth. This, on the other hand, guys, felt really, really good on 5S. It still handled great. I could, obviously, guys, wheelie no problem, but it still would allow me to put the power down and just go. So I thought this truck might be fun on 6S. Now, this is a smaller 6S. It's a 4,000 milliamp pack. I had got them one time, I think, for a buggy or something like that. So we're going to go out and see what this thing is like. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to bring out the jump, take a couple of small jumps and stuff like that. But guys, just want to see, how does this truck run on 6S? How does everything hold up? How does everything feel? Because I really feel like the Sketer was a undervalued truck. It came out, a lot of people saw it, a lot of people got interested in it, but unfortunately, running the stock electronics with that 4S system, it was a little not exciting. Once you swap in a bigger system, especially, guys, like I said, when I went up to the 5S with the Max 8 and the 2200 kV, it really woke this truck up. I think 6S is going to be an absolute blast. But anyways, guys, let's head out and run this truck. All right, guys, I'm not talking too much because, like I mentioned, or I don't know if I have mentioned, I'm kind of getting over a cold, so I still sound horrible. But there's also, guys, a crazy wind that kicks up every once in a while, so I'm just kind of running it down here now. I'm going to try to take a couple high-speed passes, see how it goes, and yeah, just get an idea. So far, guys, I'm really liking the 6S. It feels really good. It doesn't feel like overpowered or anything. It's just, I don't know, to be really honest, guys, it feels like the way maybe it should have been right from the beginning. Oh no! Sketer! But I don't know, it doesn't have that crazy, like, I think the diffs could be thickened up a little bit now, especially if you're going to run 6S in this thing. But it still feels pretty good. Definitely a lot better than some of the other 4S trucks that I've come out with, where as soon as I tried to, you know, go higher on the cells, it became kind of unbearable, like hard to drive. This is not the case with this truck. Yeah. Oh no! Holy jeez, what did I do there? Come on! Oh, bummer. Okay, we're not gonna do the old wreck the tire maneuver. Yeah, guys, the only thing I would say, it could go a little bit thicker. I don't even know what the diff fluid is in this truck. Maybe 100 in the center. Yeah. But this truck, guys, feels awesome on 6S. I mentioned, you know, at one point, guys, when I was driving my Max and I switched to 5S, that it almost seemed a little bit, you know, uncontrollable. You had a hard time putting down the power and all that kind of fun stuff. Now I know a lot of it has to do with the setup. Traxxas tend to use really thick diff fluid in the center. This just feels very natural. It feels like I'm driving a higher, different looking 8-scale buggy is all it is. Yeah. You know, I hate to say it, and I think I've mentioned it before, but this truck would have been a completely different sale, if this makes sense. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. If this truck had come out of the box with a 6S system. And I really, not to, you know, say that Corelli doesn't know what they're doing, but yeah, this truck would have been completely different. It would have sold completely different, because this is the way this truck should have been. And I think it would have, you would have seen a lot more of these if it had came out of the box with a 6S system. My guess is they were trying to do like a price point, which I understand, but because they beefed up everything so much in this truck, you know, between the 8-scale diffs and driveline and all that kind of fun stuff, you know what, they should have just kind of priced it just a little higher, gone with the 8-scale system, and yeah, this thing would have been everywhere. I think probably, guys, my next thing, and I may have mentioned it in the last video, hopefully you guys can hear me right now because the wind just kicked up again. I think it was both, I think Razor RC did it first, and I know Ready Set RC, he did it not that long after. They went with the wider hubs, and I think that will be my next thing with this truck, because I think it'll handle a little bit better, as well as it'll open up a few more tire options. These tires do work well, but hey, we always like to try a couple of different sets of tires. I'd be curious, guys, now, like I'm definitely going to look into how this truck is set up, what the fluids are like. I don't remember right now, because I don't think it needs a lot more, just a little bit thicker. A little bit thicker diff fluid. Woo. Oh, that was so nice. Did you see that? Just came down like smooth as smooth can be. Yeah. That was nice. Like, did you guys see just how smooth that thing came down? I've done that with other trucks where it bounces all over the place. Whew. All right, guys, we're gonna get the jump out. Nothing super crazy today. Oh, there's the wind again. If you guys can hear me, we're getting the jump out. All right, guys, I've got it on the highest setting on my KCRC ramp. Again, I'm not going to do any super high speed kind of run-ins to the jump. I don't know. I actually just want to see how the Sketer behaves. If I can learn how to hit a jump. Seriously, 4 feet wide and I still miss it. Nice. You guys can hear me over the wind right now. It's amazing just how well this truck does with this system. To go from a truck that was built for a 4S, even though I know it's 6S diffs and all that stuff, it just drives so nice and behaves so well on 6S. Whee! All right, let's go for a backflip. That's kind of me there, getting the feel. Try that again. Nice. Definitely a different control, guys, than let's say something like the Forest Outcast, only because running 6S on this truck, you have a lot more power. So you just got to kind of play in those backflips a little easier. But you can see, guys, it's effortless, and that is with the stock tires. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Guys, I mentioned in my last video that I've been kind of missing out on this truck. And this truck with the 6S system is a new, completely different animal. Whee! And I keep mentioning in every video, guys, I need to get something for my ramp just to keep it still. Some sandbags or something like that I think would definitely help. You know what I'm going to try? Because I'm not doing any crazy air. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Just going to have it dug in there. Nice. Oh no! Ah. Now guys, I've had to sum this truck up right now, and I've mentioned it a few times. It's kind of like an 8-scale buggy, but more fun. And I think Corelli, you know, if they stuck to this kind of platform and just tweak things a little bit, again, going with a bigger system, adding maybe a little bit of length, nothing crazy, just so you could run a bigger set of like 3.8s. When I say bigger, I don't actually mean bigger 3.8s. I pretty much just mean 3.8s. Guys, I don't think I've ever had a truck. Hopefully you guys can hear me right now. If you don't, I'll talk about it at the end of the video. But just a completely different vehicle. Oh, that was nice. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a few more of those. I don't know. Not sure what happened there. Maybe my pinion came loose. Alright guys, I'm down here with the truck. Water's a little warm. You can see I can hold my finger on there, but it is hot. So I think running 6S with the 15 tooth pinion might be a little much. And I'd also noticed, guys, it looked like I'd gotten a rock kind of jammed in where the pinion and spur were. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right there. I wonder if I can get that out of there. There it is. Hey. All right, let's get this thing out running again. That's where guys, like I mentioned, a slightly bigger set of tires on here, a little bit more cushion, would kind of help absorb those landings a bit. Because that is effortless in the air, guys. I'm barely even touching the throttle or the brake. It just kind of, you know, when you don't have big tires, it just kind of comes down and does the chassis slap, which is good for shocks and not pulling things out. I have no idea what happened there, besides from awful driving on my part. That is so nice. Awesome, guys. That looked so good. It was so smooth. You guys can see this. I'm just making sure I'm recording. You know, it's kind of funny, that didn't sound awful. It looked awful in the air. I'm not sure what I did there. And then I watched the truck bounce, but it wasn't like, it didn't sound horrible. And yeah, guys, I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now because of the wind, but the Sketer is, it's rocking. So nice. brake there. That was it. That was all. Yeah. Oh, that was awesome. I'm gonna do a little one, another one of those little guys again. Nice, so nice. I know that doesn't look like much, guys, and you're probably thinking, why am I taking these little jumps? I don't know if it's because it's a little truck. It's just a lot of fun. This is a completely different truck, guys, running a 6S system in it. Completely. I can't, I've probably said it, guys, like 1,000 times. Oh, yes. But it's just unreal how much fun this truck is. I think, guys, we just hit LVC. And we probably did, because again, this is only a 4,000 milliamp pack. So you know what? Let's bring it in. All right, guys, we've got the truck home. We've got it back on the bench. I've kind of gave it a once over. The only carnage I can report, guys, was my front bumper right there. So you can kind of see I broke that. So something like this may have benefited, you know, like kind of what we do with the Mojave, where we kind of have a little foam block in there. Maybe getting something like that in there, zip tying that in might have helped a little bit. I'm probably, guys, not going to fix this. I'm going to try something like a little foam block in there, throw a zip tie around it, and that should just give me a little bit more cushion for landing and stuff like that. But guys, besides from that, I took the tires off, all that kind of fun stuff, just so I could show you guys the truck, show you there's nothing broken, everything is all good. Oh, actually, one quick thing, guys, I'm just going to show you is this right here. So this is a Gens Ace. It's Tattoo brand, but it's kind of like a sister company, I guess you can say, of Gens Ace. 4,000 milliamp, 95C discharge rate. So it's a single 6S pack, and the reason I can get away with 4,000 and something like this with this kind of system is because it does have that 95C discharge rate. And probably, guys, a good maybe 18-ish, maybe 20 minutes of runtime. Kind of hard to tell there, but super, super fun. This thing drives amazing. And you know, it's kind of hard to explain this, and it's kind of hard to show in a video because obviously you guys are not on the throttle, you're not on the steering, but this thing behaves so well, and it's where the strength of the Sketer, in my opinion, guys, really kind of comes through, because it drives like an 8-scale buggy. It handles amazing. You don't have huge tires, but you do have something better. So actually, you know what? I'm going to show you guys just kind of a quick comparison between this and a buggy tire. Guys, again, this is just for comparison. If you don't own a Sketer and you don't know the difference in the size of the wheels and tires. And I'm only saying that, guys, because I keep talking about how much this reminds me of a 1/8 scale buggy. Here's the Sketer wheel and tire. Here is a 1/8 scale wheel and tire. So 17mm hex. You can see they're totally different sizes. If you wanted, though, you could strap on one of these bad boys on here and run it if you needed to. Personally, I'm going to stick, until I change the hubs, guys, and go with something a little bit wider, I will continue sticking with these tires. It's funny that when this truck was in 4S form, that was probably one of the biggest things that people wanted to change, because when they tried to backflip this truck, it didn't want to do it. Now running this thing on 6S, as you saw in the video, guys, I did a couple of slow jumps, you know, kind of like very low speed coming up to the ramp, and the thing backflipped no problem. So again, I like these tires. They handle really well. The one thing it's hard to tell when you run these is how much power is actually being unloaded to the front. When you have big tires, they super balloon, and you can kind of easily go, okay, I need to thicken up my diff, all that kind of stuff. With these tires, it's not as obvious. You don't see them expanding as much, even though I can just feel myself that I would like some thicker diff fluid in there. Probably, actually, guys, all 3 diffs. And as for the shocks do feel very, very good. I don't think I want to mess with that. They handle everything really well. You know, yeah, I come down hard on a jump. You can always hear that chassis slap. But again, I don't have a ton of ground clearance with this truck, so I don't have a lot of absorption with tires and stuff like that. But I really don't think I want to mess with that. So even when I do change the tires, guys, I will not be going to something a lot bigger than this or anything like that. Just maybe a little bit more rubber, but nothing crazy. Anyways, guys, that's it. The Corelli Sketer running 6S is an absolute blast. And guys, it is quickly becoming one of my more favorite trucks. I just love driving this truck, even though it's smaller than pretty much everything else I have. It just handles so well. And it, you know, taking it off the jump and stuff like that, you don't need to do crazy air to have fun with it. You don't need to do crazy air to get backflips and all that kind of fun stuff. And it just does a really good job. And it's just a lot of fun to drive. If you enjoyed this video, guys, give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe and have a great day.